Well, hello! It's me, the Swedish guitar nerd. Today I'm also Santa's favorite friend and helper. This is a first of a three-part review series that I'll be looking at some guitars you can give as a Christmas gift. Today, in particular, we have the Disney by Washburn Tinkerbell half-size guitar. Looks like it's aimed for children, I suppose. Very small. I bought it at Toys R Us, Times Square in New York. So some might consider it a toy. Well, I'll go through it and we'll see. Maybe it isn't. Okay, let's start. What do we have here? First off, we have a maple neck, maple fingerboard, and you can tell because I think it's unfinished actually. Very nice, very smooth, straight neck. It's a separate neck and fingerboard, so I suppose that somewhere in here there's some kind of a truss rod. It's not adjustable though. And then you have a body, and it's made by Washburn, and it's a replica of their Idols series actually. Looks the same. Has that semi-tele Les Paul kind of thing going. There is a three-quarter size version of this, and that has more of the tele thing going. It has the tele pickups, the same controls as a tele. So, well, okay. The body is made of plywood, and well, you can say plywood, that's bad. Doesn't have to be. That can be just as well as solid wood, I think. That's my opinion. Okay, let's look at the hardware. I'll start here. The bridge. This has separate saddles for each string, and that's not so common in this, because like Toys R Us, they sell many versions of this kind of guitar with one pickup and the built-in speaker. But this was the only one to have separate saddles. So in theory it's possible to adjust the intonation for each string. In theory though, I say, because this is seated a little bit too close to the neck. It should have been a tiny bit further down. So you can't, the low E is not really possible to get where you want it. It should go a little bit further down. I've tuned this to F sharp, and that's the only way it almost stays in tune. Because the big problem about this guitar is these. And to me that's the only thing that really makes this a kid's guitar, because these are toys. These are not real tuners. They are horrible and they don't stay in tune, and you can twist them, like spin around twice and nothing happens. So that's the worst part of the entire guitar, the tuners. The bridge is okay, if they had seated it right. We have, I think it's 22 frets, small, Strat style frets, and they're kind of goldish, so I suppose there's some kind of brass in them. And that's not a bad thing, because brass is actually harder than steel, so they're good. The fret ends are okay. And for a guitar at this price, I bought this as I think I paid like $40. So it costs nothing. It's less than an effect pedal for a guitar. Okay, so all in all, I give it an 8 for materials and hardware out of 10. So, and then I have considered the price, of course. Of course. Okay. Let's talk about the build quality. As I said, the fret end's pretty decent for this kind of cheap guitar. But it's perfect finish, just perfect. It has this, I suppose it's pre-done and you like paint over it or something. And then it has this green black sunburst, black in the back. We have 4 bolt recessed attached neck, and that's kind of classy. Not something you'll find in a kid's guitar, I think. Belongs in a more expensive one. Yeah. Other than that, I'd say construction wise it's pretty good. And durability, well, I've had it overseas. This has come from America to Europe, and I played in different countries in Europe with this as well, so it seems to hold together pretty well. As I said before, we have the tuners, they are the problem, but other than that, the quality is good actually, and not even for the price, for being a regular guitar. So build quality and durability, I gave it an 8 out of 10 as well. Okay, next comes playability. And when you have this kind of neck, I don't know exactly what scale length it is, but it's insanely short. So you can do, I don't know, 3 octaves things with one hand. It's very small, so you can do a very funny things. The action's good. The neck plays well. It's a nice neck. It's soft, it's smooth, and it plays well. It's a short neck, but I didn't feel that it was such a hard time adjusting to playing this guitar from a regular guitar. And it feels good in the hand. I don't know. They've done it right. Playability, I gave it a 7. And the 7 could have been 10 if it wasn't for the tuners. Again, they mess it all up. If you try to play with another person playing an in-tune guitar, well, you're gonna sound out of tune, because this is out of tune all the time. You can tune it and the next second it's tuned. Even if you have tuned it right after it sounds out of tune, I don't know what does that. And I blame the tuners.